Hi everyone, welcome to the Crafty Hen House. My name is Elaine, and today I'm going to show you how to Mod Podge Easter eggs. Now I purchased a bag of 12 medium size from Hobby Lobby. You can also get them in an extra large size. These actually came from Dollar General, I believe, and they were pre-decorated, absolutely beautiful. And I have some crafts that I'm going to show you how to make these. And they have these little itty bitty ones with the ribbons on them, and I'll show you how we can achieve that. So this little basket is a galvanized metal, and it came from Joann Fabrics. And I've got about 6 eggs in here with some little carrots that I display in my kitchen area. They are absolutely beautiful. Such a nice little touch to my break front. So let's get started. What we're going to be using are these medium styrofoam eggs, and I have dinner napkins. Now, dinner napkins come in very different colors and designs. This is a spring. This is actually, you know, Happy Easter. You could use this. I'm going to be using the napkins that I used for the other eggs. Now, what you want to do, first of all, is you take your dinner napkin and you open it up, and there's usually come in 2 layers. So you're going to split the napkin. You're going to peel away the white from the printed side and set the white side aside. You're not going to need that for this project. Now, you can either tear this in strips and use your Mod Podge, or you can cut them in strips, which I like to do. They're a little bit easier to handle. So I cut them in about 1 inch by about 2 inch strips. They're a lot easier to handle. That way the Mod Podge gets real sticky. So we'll start out with about, I would say probably a good 6 would be good to start out with. You want to make sure that you have your strips cut because your fingers will be in the glue. And it's going to be difficult managing cutting the fresh napkin with sticky fingers. All right. So now that you have all of your pieces, what you want to do is you can either use your Mod Podge right out of the container, or what I like to do is I like to pour it on a paper plate. This way I keep all of my glue and my project a little bit contained. And I use a wider brush. I believe this is about a 1 inch brush. So I'm going to pour some Mod Podge on my plate. And I'll set this aside. And if you wanted to, before you begin, I like to use pins when I put my Mod Podge eggs together, or balls during the Christmas season. I take these pins when the Mod Podge is on the napkin, and I stick them in the bottom. Looks like a little critter. But then you can dry your Mod Podge egg. It sits perfectly on the table. So you can dry it and it doesn't stick. Okay, so that's just a tip. So first of all, I'm going to take my egg. I'm going to take my Mod Podge, and I'm just going to go over a bit of an area like this. And take your Mod Podge brush and just pick up one of your squares. That way you're trying to keep your hands out of it as much as possible so that you can maneuver the egg. And you're just going to keep working around, adding Mod Podge to the egg, picking up another piece and putting it across, and you're just going to layer. Cover up your sides. Now you could paint this egg previous to putting this napkins on, or you can do a solid color napkin before you put the printed napkins on so the color peeks through. Just really anything that you want. Now we're getting to where we're kind of running out of room for our fingers to go. And you don't really want to handle the napkin Mod Podge area too much because it will come off and stick on your fingers if it's not set well enough. So what I like to do is I like to kind of stand it up and make sure you're using a fair amount of your Mod Podge on here, not dripping, so that you can pick up another piece and put it on there and it sticks on quite well. And it gets real slippery. So as we work our way around, you're covering all the areas. And see, I just have one little small area. Probably another 2 pieces will be good. Ooh. I'll pick up a piece. And you're picking up the back side of the napkin where the print is not. It's mostly faded. Just so you're putting the correct side on your egg. It looks kind of milky at this point, but of course, like any glue, it's going to dry and it's going to dry clear. So you'll see how the vibrant colors come out when it's nice and dry. All right, it looks like I need one more. Picking up the good side of the fabric, and that is the lighter side so that we can put it right on the egg. Now you don't have to do it the way that I do it. It's just a lot easier keeping your hands out of the Mod Podge. And so that's it. We've Mod Podged a napkin to an egg. Now you can do as many as you like. Put them in a beautiful basket. And I'm going to now stick those pins into my egg so that I can stand this up on the table so that it will dry. It looks like a silly little critter. And that's what you have. And then just let them dry. They'll dry overnight. You can put a little bit more Mod Podge on there and you can add some glitter. That would be really pretty. So now that I have a little bit of time left here, let me go ahead and show you one that I'm going to do with glitter. And I have some really pretty green glitter here. If you don't have beads, I do have sea beads, which would be absolutely beautiful. You'd end up with an egg, maybe more similar to this. You want to paint it with a solid color, a variety of colors. And then you can go ahead and put Mod Podge on there after the paint dries, and you can roll it or sprinkle your seed beads on. There's all different styles. These are white, kind of like an iridescent would be very, very pretty. You have some of these, which are also iridescent, kind of more like a pearly, real pretty, but you could use anything. And then, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my egg and I'm gonna Mod Podge it. But I think what I will do is I'm going to put a pin in it because I'm gonna get glitter all over my hands. So you're gonna take your same plate that had the Mod Podge on it and go ahead and paint the whole egg with your Mod Podge. That way you can get this done pretty quickly and efficiently without covering yourself with glitter. Now, I would also say that you could do the upper part of the egg first, and then come back and do the bottom part where you have the pin in if you can't reach it with the Mod Podge. So then I'm gonna open up my glitter. Now this is glitter that I got from Walmart, and it's what I had on hand, probably for Christmas. It's called green glitter. And it's really, really fine glitter. So, and then I'm just gonna take it on the one hole because it comes out pretty fast. And I'm gonna just shake it all over this egg. And this is going to be beautiful. If you have a lot of glitter and you keep it in a plastic container, you can also, about the size of a sandwich, roll your egg in the glitter. That would be pretty. You would ensure that you'd cover the whole egg that way. Isn't that gorgeous? And there is your glitter egg. That is absolutely beautiful. Now I do have a little bit of a spot at the end. What I'll do is after this dries, I don't want to rub it off. I'll go back and just dab the paintbrush on there and sprinkle a little on the end to cover that up. So pretty. And I'm going to try to get my pins in here to create my little four-legged friend. So that you can stand it up, or I'll just set it right on the plate. There you go. That worked a lot easier. Learning as I go. Well, that is how I Mod Podge some of my eggs for decoration during the Easter season. And it'll, like I say, just wait overnight for them to dry. You can add more glitter on this one if you'd like to. Just put some Mod Podge on the outside, as well as this little guy. Absolutely beautiful. I really love that. Now, how you put this ribbon on, if you want to make these into a hanger, what you want to do is you want to cut a strip. I would say this is about 7 inches, 6-7 inches, and you're going to make a little loop. Now, I've used this ribbon. I have it in yellow. I have it in a yellowish green. It's a very, very nice ribbon. It's a satin. You can get other solid colors that'll work perfectly well. And what you want to do is you want to take the top of one of the ribbons, and I use a skewer for cooking. And these are great. Get yourself a pack of these wooden skewers. They have one point and one blunt end. They're perfect. You can trim them down, use them to push into these eggs and put them in floral arrangements so they stand up higher. They work really, really well. Multi-purpose. They're just such a good little tool to have on hand. But you're going to take the wooden skewer, and I push this end of the ribbon into the egg, and you just push it in like so, and then you make yourself a little loop, and you're going to push it in a little the other end into the same hole. And you want to do that after you get your glitter on or your Mod Podge on, and then you have little hanging eggs. Absolutely adorable. Multiple colors. You can make them longer and have them in different lengths on one string. That would be really cute, but that's all you do. If you want to put a little hot glue there, you shouldn't need to because you push the ribbon in a little bit deeper, but that is so cute. But that is how you get the ribbons. The small ones, you can do the same thing. You can paint stripes on your eggs. But that is it for our Mod Podge eggs. I thank you so much for spending this time with me. And I will see you later on in the week, and I have a few recipes that I'd like to share with you. Something simple for the weekend. Have a great day.